Build trust, eliminate doubt. Why is it so difficult to build trust? Let's learn the tricks, the techniques. Take the right steps to step up your trust. Trust is the need of the hour. If it is for accomplishment, you want to get something, gain something, you want to grow, you need trust. You want to build relationships, you want to have strong interpersonal bonding, you need trust. Trust, my dear friends, is the common denominator to achieve anything. Trust is also the foundation of influence. Trust is of crucial importance to anyone who hopes to influence, to convince, or persuade anyone and for anything. Look at this wonderful picture. Look at the small two children. My mom doesn't trust us. And we grow with that thought right from our childhood. And today, as an adult, we are actually full of doubts, self-doubts, and doubting every situation, everybody around us. Most of our interactions, our relationships, start with a heavy dose of doubt. We suspect every move of others, and so do they. Distrust saps people's energies, disorients them from focusing on important issues. So what is this trust all about? Before we go into the definition of trust, let's look at this wonderful quotation from Ernest Hemingway. He says the best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. Oh, beautiful. So, back to the definition. Trust in any relationship is defined as the absence of fear in a relationships. It's knowing that you won't be intentionally hurt. It is reliance, reliability, knowing that you will be there for the other person, that you won't sacrifice that person for your self-interest, that you can be counted on to work for his or her best interests as well. Ultimately, the other person will be better off from having trust in you. What are the drivers of trust? So when you look at the drivers, we always start with the people orientation, thinking about what the other person wants, followed by a convincing orientation, approach and behavior aimed at maximizing association at a stable pace. And of course, the likability, perception about being friendly, courteous, and pleasant. And there is the dependability, reputation, and satisfaction from our previous interactions. And nothing beats expertise. In whatever you're talking, whatever you're discussing, whether it is in professional life or personal life, people trust your knowledge, your technical competence, and your ability to provide answers to specific questions. Perceived expertise is definitely a predictor of trust. So, trust is fundamental to life. Trust is the result of past relations and provides the input for future relationships. Trust reflects reliance on mutual willingness and confidence, and people who do not trust one another will need to spend more time watching their backs, and collaboration definitely suffers. Trust is the key to moving from a short-term, transaction-based toward a long-term, relationship-based interaction between you and your people. So you value them. People, they will value you. It is important that you invest time and energy to nurture long-term relationships with your people and never look just for a short-term gain. So make them feel that belongingness. Make them feel important and valued and not an outsider. Appreciation is certainly the key. Take a personal interest in them and then be friendly. Demonstrate enthusiasm, demonstrate commitment and energy from you. And add value to your interactions with them. Every time you meet them, there is a value addition. They feel so good talking to you. A big question, how to get people to trust you? Why people don't trust me? For that, the answer is very simple. The first question is, do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you love yourself? See, if you don't trust yourself, how do you expect somebody else to trust you? Or believe you, or respect you, or love you? So only then you can expect some others to trust you, believe you, respect you, and love you. So it's all about you trusting yourself. Get others to trust you begins by trusting yourself. First, recognize the good in yourself, realize the power of your self-image. You rise or fall, succeed or fail, depending on your self-image. Work to improve your image of yourself, for this is the greatest hidden wealth that you possess. To build an exceptional level of trust inside of you, your behavior must be supported by enabling beliefs that I am good, I can do it, not by the limiting beliefs that you cannot do it. Success begins within you, in your mind. Look at the word within very carefully. W and IN are underlined. The word win is actually within. Your attitude can positively or negatively influence your ability to trust others consistently and effectively. Weak or negative attitudes toward dealing with people will block your ability to succeed in building interpersonal trust. Get that point? Trust begins with you. The key to trustworthiness is credibility. The words you say, the credentials you bring, and the way in which people experience you make people trust you. What else can you do? Reliability, the actions you take, your predictability, and the ways in which people find you make people trust you. Intimacy, the extent to which people feel they can confide in you, perceive you as discreet and empathetic makes people trust you. And the most important of all, are you self-oriented? The more people feel you are focused on yourself rather than on them, the less they trust you. Get that point? The more people feel you are focused on them rather than on yourself, chances of they trusting you more is higher. The more they trust you because you are focused on them. Trust me. Align intentions and communications with your people. To trust you, people need to have a feeling that your intentions align with theirs and that you share their concerns. Very important for people that you share their concerns. Your communications influence how you are perceived and how trustworthy you are considered to be. When the non-verbal, means your actions, contradict your verbal messages, your behaviors, they often have a much stronger influence on people's perceptions than what you actually say. There is this emotional bank account. The amount of trust you have built over time in each of your relationships has two things. Deposits build and repair trust in relationships. That's what deposits do. Withdrawals, they lessen or destroy trust in relationships. Depending on its size, one withdrawal can destroy an account's balance. For a strong balance, regularly make trust deposits and consistently prevent withdrawals. So ask yourself every day, how many trust deposits have you made in your relationships with different people around you? Deposits and withdrawals. Look, what are they? Deposits are very simple. Clear expectations, kindness and courtesy, accepting responsibility, exercising patience, being there for your people when they want you, rewarding open and honest feelings and questions, and admitting mistakes if you make any. Whereas withdrawals are unclear expectations, breaking promises, disloyalty, duplicity, pridefulness, blaming others, taking advantage of your people, and thinking win-lose, that I want to win and the other person to lose. It doesn't work. So securing your emotional bank account is all about you have control over your own trust deposits and withdrawals. You may or may not have influence over the behavior of others in your life, you definitely cannot change anyone but yourself. There are very specific things you can do to build and grow trust in your relationships. Start making trust deposits every minute, every hour, every day. Your personal life is your public life. The number one point to gain trustworthiness. Practice your personal lifestyle to your professional standards. Do what you say you will do. Don't make promises you can't or won't keep. Trust breaks down when promises are broken. And 3, tell the truth all the time. Tell people everything they need to know, even if it's bad news. It's better to say too much rather than too little. Treat everyone with respect. You may not like everyone you work with, but you must treat them as if you do. And avoid favoritism. Do not turn to the same person for help over and over again. Respect each individual for uniqueness. And show appreciation. Surprise people by doing something unexpected for them. And then finally, the most important dimension, how to achieve inner trust authority. The inner alignment between your personal values and attitudes and behavior is an important step. This leads to lasting personal growth and reinforces integrity, honesty, credibility, transparency, personal charisma, and trustworthiness. People with this perspective value others and make them feel credible, truthful, and trustworthy. To build trust, we have helped hundreds of organizations, thousands of people, day in and day out, through our coaching and training interventions. If you need any help and support, feel free to drop an email, learning@oscarmurphy.com, or visit our website. And kindly subscribe to our channel, Oscar Murphy Life Strategies, for more value additions to your life, career, relationships, business. Wish you all the best in trust building and eliminating doubt. Do well.